I'm going to tell you exactly how I keep my nervous system regulated as an empath that feels energy very easily while I'm trying to reach my goals in the 3D world is triggering me from past trauma. Because my goals of trying to lose the weight came from trauma, trying to be financially free came from trauma, and also healing inner wounds and me setting boundaries and not attracting narcissists in my life came from trauma. So all of my goals are literally stemmed from trauma, and as I'm working on my day-to-day, I used to and sometimes still have triggers that pulls me out of my focus, pulls me out of the energy and the identity that I have to be in order for me to get to my goal. So I want to tell you what I do on a day-to-day that I keep very close to my heart, that keeps me regulated while I'm trying to reach my goals, so I don't autopilot go back to my survival trauma self. Because as you know, when you are in survival and you're operating from your traumas and your wounds, you won't really get the highest version of yourself. You can't be in survival. You can't be traumatized and triggered as you're trying to build the best version of yourself. That version of you has to die, and it's all about doing it from the inside first. So the number one thing that I focus on is like when there's people around me or there's things in life that happens that triggers my brain, that's like, oh, Nahida, we're right back into the old traumatizing place. Freak the fuck out and go ahead and sabotage, because the second that I'm in survival, I'll go and I'll change everything and I'll be in panic and I'll have anxiety and I'll be hypervigilant. So I tell myself in that moment, we're not in that place anymore, Nahida. Wake the fuck up. And that's not in a place of like I'm beating myself up. I'm actually saying this very kind in my head, because you have to treat your nervous system, because it's a scared inner child or the scared past version of you, like you're talking to a friend, or like how you're talking to a baby. How would you talk to a kid? With that gentleness. And that's exactly how I talk to myself. Nahida, we're not in that place anymore. Look at the proof around you. Look at this proof. Look at that proof. Look at this proof. We are not there anymore. And sometimes you will not have the proof for the new beliefs that you're trying to use to soothe that fear inside. Sometimes you genuinely just have to trust that there is no proof, but you're gonna be okay. And that's when relying on a higher power has to come in. Because when you're so focused on the 3D and you can't find proof of the 3D, that doesn't mean that it's not real. There's a lot of things that we can't see that is still real. You have to be above the 3D. So I'll tell myself, God has my back. He's going to make sure I'm okay. Even if it seems impossible, it's not impossible to him. The solution that I want to my problem is easy for him to do. And then I start to find proof in the times that God was actually there for me. So then I start to be calm. And the more that I do this, the more reps that I put into it, my brain will start to rewire, and more that survival starts to diffuse. And this isn't easy because it's a day-to-day mental battle that you have to do for yourself. Especially if you're an empath, you have to set boundaries. You have to protect your energy while you're doing this work. But the more that I hold this deep in my heart, that I know that I'm bigger than my 3D and I'm an energetic magnet for the things that I want and I will be okay, the more that I actually start to believe it. It becomes a part of my identity and not something that I just rely on.